One of the largest supporters of the club are the alumni, who can relate better than anyone what it takes to have a successful program.
Alumni came back and said, so like, where are we going with this program? You know, we had gotten to the SCLC championships in 1997, then we kind of fell back, and they said, the comment was, you know, we were here when there was nobody here, now there's a million high schools, like, just what are we doing with this thing? What's the purpose? What's the plan? Whatever. So we wrote a plan, and our ambitious goal was at our current level was go 50-0 and win 5 national championships.
So the alumni support has been great. They help kind of guide the program, make sure we get to the points we want.
And any alumni from 97 through the mid-2000s probably comes back and is just blown away by our uniforms, by our equipment, by the way we look on the field, the way we travel, the whole 9 yards.
They've earned the accolades that they have gotten in the last year, year and a half. It's not to say that they weren't great before, but now they're winning games. It's a little different. So to me, it's a relief. Obviously, pride. I know that those that have been associated with the team for the last 15, 20 years that have been kind of waiting for this moment. And so very proud that they're able to celebrate the successes that they have.
There's a nice sense of pride there. But there's also a sense of real gratification that you get to see a lot of the people that have worked so hard for so long on this program really start to see the benefits. Coach Lovick's been here for 20 years now, so it's something he truly, really deserves to have happen and to see that happen to his program. Bob Shack, a lot of the alumni support, they've been behind the program for years as well. So the fruits of their labor are now coming to pass.
I'm the leader of the Lacrosse Affinity Group, which we have about 400 alumni now. So I head that up, and I help the team administratively. In the past, years ago, before I got married, I helped coach the team, and I played years ago, so I love the sport, and I kind of help out as almost like a general manager. Years ago, we said, well, we need the parents, so we created the Mom Network. And of course, they're awesome. They show us up, Whatever organization we think we have, turn it over to the moms. They put us to shame, and now the parents are having a great time.
There's a much larger sense of community, partially because of the success the team sees, but also because of just over the years, this has been an organization that has held together fairly well. So we now have a very large alumni group that is communicating well with one another. We're all in touch. After the playing days are over, after your days at Georgia Tech are over, these are some of the conduits that keep us together.
I think every alum that comes back, sit back just like me with that, whoa, but what is this? And that's a good thing, because back in the day it was probably more clubbish than it is now, and that goes for both on the field and off the field. And I think when they see us pull up in charter buses and they see our kids wearing complete top to bottom matching everything, whether it be jackets, sweats, the whole 9 yards. We have team shoes that we wear, everything. The kids are, the alumni are really blown away. But there's a wow factor that I still pinch myself a little bit, and that's part of that coaching aspect where I don't want to get ahead of myself, realizing that we're a good team. But how good are we? I don't know, but it's really a lot of fun to watch. It's a total program effort. It's not one guy saying this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it. It's everyone buying in and saying what's the next step we can take with this program to make it bigger, better, and more successful.
The next step that's been discussed is taking the program from club status and making it a varsity sport. Although that option sounds intriguing, there are some elements of such a move that are not as glamorous as they might sound.
It's not if, it's how often do I get asked that, especially in the community. I think where the program is right now, we're very happy. In Michigan, I've known the coach, John Paul, for a long time, and he did a lot of work, and his goal was to make that program a varsity program, and I give him all the props. And he'll be the first to tell you that life has changed a lot. The first thing is he has a boss now. For many years as a club coach, the boss was the team. And now he has a boss as the athletic director, and they're doing very well. Success hasn't come as quickly probably as they had hoped. So with that comes a lot more eyes, especially people who are donating money to your program.
With Michigan, they won, 9 straight conference titles and then 3 straight national championships. So they were very much at the top of the MCLA. Whenever people kind of ask me, I say, well, first we got to make sure that we are the top dog in the NCAA, which we have the ability to do. So I would say, let's make sure, if we can win 3 straight national championships, then we'll entertain the idea of going Division I.
The Atlantic Coast Conference, they would like another varsity team. I mean, there's Syracuse, Virginia, North Carolina, Duke. However, these are great programs. These are top 7 or 8 programs. So you would be going from where we are now to the absolute top of the lacrosse world.
I struggle with this because while it would be nice to see Georgia Tech compete in the ACC, it's also very nice to see something that the students can be so proud of and have such an ownership of. If it transitions to an NCAA sport and it's now under the guise of the Athletic Association, there's less of an attachment to it. There's an ownership that we alumni feel to this program. Not to say we wouldn't support a varsity program or wouldn't go to the games, but the program is in a great place where it is.
Our kids are co-oping, they're going abroad. They're involved in many organizations around campus, which can draw a little bit away from their lacrosse dedication a lot of times. Maybe they miss a season, maybe they have to miss a practice here and there. That can't happen in the varsity world. And so my goal, and it always has been, especially as someone who's been involved in recreation for a long time, I love the fact that this is a club sport, and I'm proud of that. I'm also very proud of the fact that we've tried to elevate this to be as close to a virtual varsity program without it being varsity.
But once it becomes a varsity sport, then we don't interact, and that becomes part of the Athletic Association and NCAA, and that's perfectly fine if that's what they want to do. I'm 100% behind them. It means that our men's team goes away, so you lose some role into students' lives, and so that's 45 students that are no longer part of our program. And although I don't interact with many of them, if not most of them, I do interact with the officers, and so that's just less of a chance for us to impact the student.
So I think at our level, our kids, which we're really proud of, and the thing that I love the most, especially when we were recruiting, is we want our kids to have a college experience. We really do. A lot of us on a coaching staff played a sport in college, and when you do that, it's tough. It's tough to have a college life. We want our kids to enjoy life. We want them to attend football games. We want them to just enjoy the social aspects of what being an 18 to 22-year-old kid is. But believe me, they have a goal, and they want to win games, and they want to be successful. Otherwise, they wouldn't be at Tech. And so when it comes time to hit the field, they're ready to go. And so for us to have a goal of being varsity, it's not my goal. It's not my goal at all. Plus, it takes a heck of a lot more fundraising than I think we're ready to put into play. And I'm not sure the AD or the athletic department here is ready for that push as well. So all we're going to do is just continue to be the best we can and make this campus proud of the lacrosse program that we have.